It's as simple as this. There are thousands of MSPs they could choose from, so why would they choose you? Most MSPs simply cannot answer this question, and yet it's the most important marketing question to answer. What's your USP? What's the reason you stand out? Figuring out the answer to this isn't easy, so let me share a couple of good ideas with you, see if I can give you some inspiration. So I've got this friend, let's call her Debbie, and she's not in our world, she works in a different sector. And sadly, she was just made redundant a few months ago, which is not fun, especially after nearly a decade in the same business. It's kind of left her at a crossroads. She was already thinking of changing careers, but of course, we like to be in control of when we do these things, don't we? I was chatting to her the other day and said, if you could wave a magic wand and do any job, what would it be? And her eyes completely lit up and she smiled and she said, I'd love to work with animals. In fact, she said, I've just applied for a receptionist role at my local veterinarians. And then the smile faded. But they told me they've had hundreds of applications. I've got no chance. Well, now it was my turn to get excited. And I said, no, wait, standing out is a marketing challenge and that's my superpower. So 5 minutes later, I devised a brilliant plan for her. Number one, she was going to bake a really big, delicious cake because she is a great baker. Then number two, she was going to print her CV, her resume, on high quality paper. Number three, she was going to handwrite a covering letter to accompany it, saying something like, I know that hundreds of people have applied for this role, and I wanted to make sure you saw my application. You'll be jumping for joy if you give me this role because, and then list 3 benefits that the owner of this veterinarian practice will enjoy by hiring her. Maybe add a humorous 4th one about an endless stream of fresh cakes. Number 4, put all of that in a brightly coloured box to keep it together. And then number 5, hand deliver the box to the veterinary clinic, like now. No delay in that. It's got to be done urgently. So if she'd done all of this, just doing that wouldn't have got Debbie the job, but it would have got her an interview. You can almost guarantee that, can't you? Because as an employer, wouldn't you be intrigued by a candidate who went to this much effort? I know I would. Well, I saw Debbie a week or so after we had this conversation. And of course, I said to her, how did your interview go? And she admitted to me a bit sheepishly, oh, I didn't do the cake thing. I didn't want to stand out for the wrong reasons, which to me is just flipping crazy. Although I do understand how much fear she must have felt at the thought of pushing that much outside of her comfort zone. But here's the thing. For many job roles, and especially those that don't require specialist skills, employers are spoilt for choice. To get their attention, you have to do things that other people won't. And marketing your MSP is exactly the same. The ordinary business owners and managers that you want to reach have hundreds, if not thousands of other MSPs that they can pick from. In theory, they could hire an MSP anywhere in the world, right? So you must stand out to them. And one of the tactics I recommend to do this is something called an impact box, which is similar to what I recommended that Debbie did, but systemizable. So here's what could go inside your impact box. You should do a handwritten short intro note. Handwritten because that stands out because it shows that you've taken the time and put in the effort. And if your handwriting is terrible, you get someone else in the office to do that. You'd also put in your proposal, or if you're only at the meeting stage, you'd put a confirmation of the meeting or the confirmation of the follow-up meeting. Depends where you are in the sales process when you send this impact box. You'd put in there your buyer's guide. And if you don't have one, we give one to our MSP Marketing Edge members. In fact, we've just refreshed it for 2026. You'd put in there a selection of printed case studies. I know that's a third piece of printed material, but all of these play a different part in influencing people. In fact, one idea is to put a video case study in there on a USB, because obviously your prospects would never plug a USB from a stranger into their laptop, would they? You'd also throw in there some edible stuff, so chocolates, biscuits, sweets, candy, something like that, and then some merch, some merchandise, a mouse mat, pen, a mug, whatever really. Just make sure the box looks really nice inside. Use sheets of, like that crumpled tissue paper that you do that. And on the outside, you could have some stickers printed with your logo or something like that. You deliver that box to the right prospect at the right point in their sales cycle, and it will completely blow them away. Doesn't guarantee that you get the sale, but it guarantees you a place at the table. Now, what else do you think you could do to make your MSP stand out to prospects?
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.